perfect. All right. So, good morning, everybody. What better way to start the morning by getting a little dizzy in this game? If you get vertigo easily, try to watch, but try not to get sick. This is Gravity Rush Remastered. If you own a Vita, you would most likely know of this game. It's a pretty popular game. It's a very unique game that utilizes the gyro controls. I don't use gyro controls. It's a bit hard to use, but I'm Rain BT, and I have my couch.
Hi, my name is Singing Muffin. I've been running this game for over like 4 or 5 years now. This game is very special to me. It has a lot of neat tricks and a lot of history behind it. So I'm happy to dig into it. I'm also happy to be on an event like this. It's always good to support a really, really good cause. And considering the subject matter has affected me personally, I'm very happy that we're able to support this type of stuff. I'm ready to spin everyone around in this crazy game.
Yup.
Общем-то,
I believe
стандарты
this is his first
представления комментаторов
GDQ
и раннеров.
appearance for this game. It was on ESA before, but this is definitely.
Definitely a first.
Yep. So let's get a countdown going. 3, 2, 1, go. So this game is about a cat who is amnesiac. She fell from the sky for seemingly no reason into Hexville.
В
And it's
общем-то,
essentially a zero
он
to hero
сейчас
story.
пересказывает
We
краткую историю
basically join
Gravity
her
Rush о
on the
том,
story
что
about figuring her powers
мы
out,
проснулись
which is all gravity powers. I
без
specifically
особой
challenge the
памяти и
chat
так
for
далее.
donations to make gravity puns, as many as you can, as
Сейчас у
the
нас
bigger the grimace, the better.
нескипаемые
Bring it on, man. I'm a fan of
заставки.
the puns.
Bring it.
There's a section that's Chateau. Okay. There's gonna be a section later on. There's like 10,
Главную
10,
героиню,
12
кстати, зовут
minutes,
Кэт.
so we're gonna save all donations for there if we can. Where we're just gonna go pun crazy.
Yeah, so right now we're just setting up our menu settings. Some runners like to have a little bit of gyro so they can
Я, наверное, из самого
turn a little
интересного
bit
отмечу,
quicker,
что
as you might expect.
директором этой
But
игры
other runners just want to
был
turn it off and want to use full camera control.
Кичиро Тояма, который делал
Like
Silent
now.
Hill 1
So right
и
now
хорроры.
we're getting introduced to a
Потом
problem.
такой, а
Oh
почему
God, I
бы не
gotta wake up.
сделать игру с нестандартным перемещением?
I gotta wake up too. It's really
Если
early.
что, графика будет очень странной, потому что это PS Vita игра.
Our mysterious man who's leading us through
Да,
the sewers.
отставание звука это нормально, не переживайте,
Something
это
crazy is happening upstairs.
надо смириться.
Please.
Going?
Okay, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Придется
little
идти
collision thing.
стандартным
You
путем,
actually do it
потому
like at multiple spots in the run, in this tutorial section where we're just walking. We could force
Он
her
мог
to run.
чуть-чуть сэкономить
It
времени,
saves
но
overall
ничего
like
страшного.
6 seconds. It's super finicky.
Он сейчас просто
yeah,
будет идти, пока ему не
hard to
дадут
get.
силу управлять гравитацией.
If you notice the language
Причем только для себя.
is pretty unique. It has like a mix of Japanese and French, and there was like a third language. I don't even know what it was.
Как Раннер говорит, язык тут смешан, это японский и французский, и еще какой-то, о котором не помнит.
Alright.
So essentially, we're in the middle of a gravity storm, which is this giant that
В общем-то,
circular
на
red
нас
thing.
идет
And
гравитационный
they're
шторм.
like, "Hey, who are you? Like, hey, come save us!" And she's like, "I don't have superpowers." And then suddenly, Dusty shows up, which is a cat.
В общем,
And the
появляется
aim
кот Дасти.
in this game is pretty simple because the character we play is named Cat because Dusty is a cat, and we're gonna meet a character named Raven. Guess her
И
animal.
потом мы встретим персонажа по имени Рейвен, у которого можете догадаться, какое животное. Рейвен — это ворон, если что. У Кэт напарник кот, а у Рейвен напарник ворон.
Forcing us
Всё
to
нормально.
use our gravity powers, which is great because
В общем-то, это обучение
the gravity
использованием
power
силы
is
гравитации.
pretty confusing at first.
Yeah, so I'll just explain it real quick. Essentially, you're able to go up in
Вы
the
не
air
летите, вы
for power
меняете
one,
направление
and fall whichever way you want to
гравитации.
go.
То есть вы всегда
Straight up,
находитесь в
straight
свободном
down, left,
падении,
right,
практически.
wherever you want to go. You can also cancel that momentum with L1. And L1 is just a true sense cancel button. It cancels whatever action you're doing the moment you hit the button, which becomes pretty important for movement, combat, anything else you want to do in this game. If you're trying to do it with a little bit of finesse.
Для меня эта игра купила PS Vita.
Cat will automatically land on whatever platform she's floating towards, be it on a wall or a ceiling or anything like that. And she has just the world around her to go anywhere.
So what happened here is we actually saved the kid, and then we managed to save the guy's house also. But since the house was like on the side, it did fall. So they blamed us for being homeless now, when we don't even have any memories, and we're also homeless. So she's not having a day, and now Dusty is like running away from us. And then we'll be introduced to our first movement tech that we won't ever use until like an hour later.
Yeah.
Which is
So a lot of the game telling you to go fast is
Сейчас нам
saying you
говорят
should
о
use a thing
первой
called
технике
fastball.
перемещения, которую мы будем
Fastball is
использовать.
where you hold X as you're activating gravity, and essentially she will fastball towards anything she thinks.
Это быстрое падение.
It's good now because we can't kick, and kicking becomes incredibly important later on for literally everything you do in this game. For now, we can just bully people.
Yeah, it's a super unique game. Her gravity powers actually affect everything around her. So we can actually like throw people off the side. They don't die, they just fall into an endless abyss. So they should be fine.
Они не умирают, они просто падают в бесконечную бездну, так что с ними все должно быть в порядке. Вот мы, кстати, встретили Рейвен.
We just basically skip an heavy. These little things are called
И,
nevies.
наконец-то, первые враги. Основное, единственный способ наносить урон врагам — это разбивать вот эти вот шары светящиеся. В основном будем прыгать и пинать.
Gravity as you kick and instantly kill whatever is in front of you. And now we have the fun thing. We got kicking. He's gonna kill these enemies in a specific order and line up a kick so he can skip attack spots.
Их устраивают в определенном порядке, чтобы пинки последовательно шли и пропустить вот эту небольшую заставку.
Just a waypoint, and then we have to do gravity pumping here, which is another movement tech, because we don't actually have enough gauge to make it to the end.
Yeah. The thing on the top right with the blue.
Вот здесь вот он говорит о том, что вверху слева у нас шкала синего цвета, обозначающая количество энергии для полета в нулевом состоянии гравитации.
In order to really just squeeze out as far as we can go in terms of flying around, we do gravity pumping, which has different properties as we keep going in the game. But I have to explain debts. As we all know, Kat is homeless. She has no memory. She's also incredibly poor. So what does she do? She gets in loans. She gets in debt. She gets in a little bit of trouble. So in order to get our superpowers, usually you get these in later like sections of the game, but we're going to try to get all of them right now. I'll explain how it works later, but right now I'm just going to pray. Good luck, Rain.
Oh, okay. Nice. All right, we got the important ones.
Сейчас они делают небольшой баг, чтобы открыть суперсилы. Okay?
I take it. Yo, I take it. I'll take it.
The third one's not that important. We can always get that later.
Yeah.
the first two are incredibly important for the early game.
Yeah. So essentially, what we did was we just tricked the game and said you can upgrade to a point, and then on the frame you can switch to a different thing that you can upgrade, and that works left and right on the upgrade menu. So right now we just got all of our specials super early into the game, which makes some of these fights a lot faster. Usually you have to fly up and help the old woman,
вот
but we
этот
can just send a couple rocks our way.
мы можем переключаться вправо и влево, не доведя еще до конца. И тем самым мы обманываем игру, прокачивая способность, которая нам еще недоступна.
Yeah, we're essentially picking up other people's trash to furnish her home, which is a sewer pipe. So the way the cutscenes work in this game is like comics. It's really another unique thing about this game. It tells the stories through like comic panels. And in one of the comic panels, she finds like in the middle section of town, like just infinite water. So she's like, oh, this is a great place to live. I have all the water I want in the sewer. So she's not only homeless, she's in debt, and she's living in the sewer now.
Yeah, but she's making the best of it, you know? She got herself a chair, she got herself a
Они
dresser.
рассказывают вам, что она, Кейт сейчас бездомная, в долгах и живет в канализации. Но зато теперь у нее есть стол и тумбочка.
Bed fight, where we have to fight for our stuff, our garbage.
Yeah, this is our first instance of...
Ну, вообще-то, да, небольшой баг.
Yeah, well, our walking boys. Oh my god.
Oh god, I hate these lancers. They have the worst hitbox in the game.
Вот у этих ребят, он говорит, самый худший хитбокс в игре.
So right now we're going to try to kill the Lancer. If he goes for this double kick... okay. You should be able to clear it out with this.
He hid behind...
Yeah.
Один враг спрятался. Не повезло, не повезло.
So usually you want to clear out this whole wave with the...
What the?
with the Typhoon.
This never happened before, moment.
And then steal a bed.
I mean, it's just stealing someone's trash.
Well, it's, you know.
Well, actually, I don't even know why it's there.
For you.
It's a very odd place to have a bed. Well, now we are fully furnished. We're essentially
Ну
out
все,
of
нам
the
есть где жить.
tutorial.
И официально прошли туториал.
So this next section is park. Basically, we meet this detective who is here to help us because, well, is he a detective? No,
Not really.
No. Actually, we saved him at the beginning, right?
Yeah, kind of. During the first Nevi thing, yeah, we saved. And now he's like, yo, there's a problem over here. You seem like a superhero. I'm gonna use you for my own gain in the police force.
Yeah, essentially throughout this, dang it.
Wow.
This is like one of the only stealth sections. Actually, I think it's the only stealth section in the game.
Yeah.
But yeah.
О,
What's his name, Sid?
он улетел слишком далеко, его ресетнуло.
He essentially just tags along with us, and god dang it. And he basically takes all the credit.
Он снова попался.
Everything we do, and just gets promoted continuously throughout this.
О, боже.
This run, which is hilarious.
Это, по-моему, единственная стелс-секция во всей игре. Он снова попался?
I didn't have a problem with this earlier.
Yeah, it's just like you can go through the tree.
I can go through the tree?
Like a belt.
It's like right there. That should be good. Oh, that was close.
Oh my god.
Ooh, man, that was
Вот
as
сейчас
close
он
as I could possibly.
еле-еле пролетел.
Coming up is another debt. We want to get debt into level 2. Kick to make the next fight a little bit more cleaner. It's not really super necessary, but more kick level we get, the faster we go for our movement and the more damage we can do in fights.
Definitely doing this fight with just kick one is like I don't like it.
Yeah.
Dude, I first tried this earlier. Nice.
Good. Yeah, nice. Did that.
Now we owe 243 gems. The big thing about this game is not only we're trying to essentially just do the game fast, we also have to collect gems on the way because we're in so much debt. At one point, we are like at negative 800 gems or something like that.
Yo, we owe so much money, dude.
We're just constantly owing money until at the end of the game where we don't need money anymore.
Ну, он сейчас говорит, что мы будем бесконечно получать деньги до самого конца игры, пока они нам не станут ненужными.
Essentially, our villain can mimic people, and he stole that, which I forget exactly what it was. Some sort of energy thing.
Oh.
The fight's going pretty well. All right. Ooh, nice. I'm going to explain a little bit of the combat thing. Remember earlier when I mentioned that the L1 button just cancels anything? It also cancels kicks, which is very important. There's a tech called RGKs, or rapid gravity kicking. Usually when you kick in this game, cat kicks something and then rebounds for about like 10 seconds. And that's usually where a lot of the angst of this game happens, because you're trying to control Cat where she is in the air and whatnot. But you can just cancel that and then immediately kick again. And there's many different forms of that kicks, distant kicks, double kicks, and they all have different timings in order to speed up combat and speed up movement. Right there, it was just rapid gravity kicking, just rapidly canceling and kicking all at the same time to make sure he can keep the damage rolling on those snails and stuff like that. Right now, we're just doing a little bit of a kind of like a scavenger hunt, because Kat doesn't know what she needs to do in her life right now, so she went to a fortune teller to check things out. I think this is a good time for some donations if you.
Yeah, absolutely. We have plenty of love being poured in
5 часов
all over
утра,
for
если
this
что,
game. We've got
у них.
$25 from Cat.
Это
who says
такая
Gravity Rush is one of my
утренняя
favorite
игра на
games.
то,
From
чтобы
the
народ
moment I saw it, it has
проснулся так,
captivated me. Cat is one of my
поднялся.
all-time favorite characters, so much so that when I transitioned, I decided to borrow it. Thanks for showing an amazing game and trans rights.
Yeah, this game is so good as a casual playthrough. It is extremely endearing.
Он сейчас говорит, что игра в казуальном прохождении невероятно интересная. Это, кстати, правда. Ну, учитывая, что для портативочки надо добавить, потому что она с PS Vita, на PS4, мне кажется, она не будет играться так весело, как на Vita. Все-таки на Vita это портативка, формат портативки, квесты формата портативки. А вот вторая часть поинтереснее будет.
So yeah, like the moment I looked at like the speed run, and I was looking at the story, I was like, oh my god, this story is actually amazing. So we're about to bonk this dad.
Dad skip. Let's go dad skip. Okay, we skip dad kind of. Basically, I don't know why this works, but if you smack dad on the side of a wall, it speeds up this text box that allows Cat to move first. But I think Rain missed it. But I love that skip. If you ever do this game, and now that you know this,
Singing Muffin, который тоже ранит эту игру, очень активно объясняет про то, что тут есть скип, одной строчки диалога практически, который требует Маша кнопки на стене, и Раннер опустил. Muffin, кстати, вейрхолдер, как я понимаю.
Power-ups, instead of walking all around this stuff, we just skip all of it. Well, we actually technically don't have gravity here, so I have to actually manually cancel it, because if I don't manually cancel it, I just get stuck in the air until I run out of gravity. Because since I don't have any gravity or gauge, I'm unable to cancel it once the spiral claw ends.
Yeah. And now we're going to my literal favorite section of this game. It is so like everything that I love about this game, its movement, its combat,
На ПК?
its
Кстати,
appeal
нет
is
ее,
in
по-моему, ее не
these things
выпускали, к
called RUSC.
сожалению.
Essentially,
Gravity
Cat
Rush
finally has a goal in
осталась
life, and it's
эксклюзивом
to save
PlayStation
this
4
city.
и Vita.
Pieces of the city have been taken to voids,
Ну,
and essentially it's her job to stop the Navy and
если
put the
нет
city
на
back
ПК,
together.
это не значит, что на ПК этого нет совсем.
What that means is super fun things to optimize, like this fight. Oh my god.
I missed that jump. It's okay.
Where we use elements in order to go faster. Right there, he used something called stasis. Stasis allows you to pick up objects around you and throw them as projectiles. It's useful in ways to like break things like these shells. If you use like an object to break the shells around the Nevis, it only takes one hit, but you can also hit them a lot in order to get them.
Give me a jump, give me a jump.
Please. Oh, no. We're falling. We're falling, boys.
I mean, technically, we're always falling, just in different directions.
Man. Here we try to use Typhoon, and you have just enough rocks here to destroy all the Nevi here.
Please?
Okay. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, Lancers has, like, high goo factor, I would say, where their goo around their, like, orb tends to suck up a lot of rocks.
Маффин сейчас объясняет, что противники, которого мы только что пинали, очень неприятные, потому что у них очень большой фактор вот этой вот слизи, смолы, то, что их окружает вокруг уязвимого спота, очень часто закрывает это от урона, когда вы дашитесь у них. Поэтому они очень неприятные в спидране. Если вы хотите запись посмотреть, на ютубе у нас выложат с задержкой, а можете зайти на Twitch, там вот сохранен. В вводе можете просто выбрать категорию Viewfinder, у вас сразу же начнется Viewfinder.
Cat's model is actually pretty unique in this game, for the most part, because her hair and her scarf actually
не знаю, Twitch дает
do a
с
very
привязкой
unique
к времени
thing in
скопировать или нет.
that no matter which direction she's
Я оставлю вот в чате вот так вот с указанием, что это 10 часов 31 минута. 10.
How that even works. I guess
Вот
it's
тут
more of a
можно
casual thing
посмотреть
where we're just kind of standing like sideways.
Сразу же
and
в
then
записи
people figure out which way the ground is.
комментирует
For the
Кукустас,
speedrun,
который
it's
эту игру даже спидранить пытался.
to really look at.
О, дает с пряткой вообще отлично. Ну, я оставил тогда сразу с пряской по времени,
We
что
finally
здорово.
get out of debts collecting these few gems here, which were immediately, you guessed they're gonna go right back into getting level kick, getting gravity kick level 3. And
Ну вот сейчас вот он говорит, что Gravity Kick Level 3 сразу берем.
Power of RGK, the rapid gravity kicking. Usually, this is the first boss, which is like this.
Ну вот он снова как бы использует манипуляцию с прокачкой через переключение.
And it reveals this big orb at the bottom. And usually, it can be a pain to kill because you're floating everywhere, you're bouncing everywhere, and it's really hard to control that.
Well, I'm doing this with
Did you get it?
one. Nope.
All right, cool. I should have be quiet. But anyways, even with this level of kick,
Так,
you'll see this.
Ранен,
guy
кстати,
just kind of
хочу сказать, как я понял, не смог полностью прокачать level kick, ну как, кик до 3-го уровня полноценно, поэтому ему придется чуть больше пинать этого врага,
Go get him.
чем планировалось. Это, кстати, очень сложная техника, то, что он делает, потому что он целится, атакует, целится в другую сторону, отменяет дэш и снова дэшится.
For like Metroid, like doing IBJs, infinite bomb jumps, I am notoriously.
Он говорит, что очень плохо в вещах, требующих ритма по типу бомб-джампов в Метроиде. И, к сожалению, вот этот
hold
вот
it, but you got
прием,
it
который
now.
он
I saw
делал,
the rhythm
это
there.
ритмичные
But right
вещи,
now we're
ну
just
как,
gonna
которые он относит к
grab a few
вещам, в
gems and
которых
fly
есть
to our new
ритм.
place, play June. But in the meantime, I think we can do a couple of donations.
Nice.
Absolutely. I
Да,
know,
он
Rain, you just
докачал кик
mentioned
до
Wired
3-го
Notes
уровня.
not a few,
Это
a
самое
few minutes
важное,
ago.
что
We have
было.
$50 from Wired Notes.
Let's go.
Good to finally see Gravity Rush in GDQ. Truly a hidden gem which truly shines a speed game. I've poured a part of my soul into running this game over the past few years and wouldn't change it for the world. Thank you and good luck on the run, Rain.
Thank you. Notes. Really, like, shout out to Notes. He put so much work, so much heart and soul into this game.
Сейчас
And
Ноутс
it's
передает привет
really
в
endearing to see.
донате. И
Yeah,
Ранра говорит,
if you ever have
что
time and you
ему
want to see
надо
like
отдать должное, потому
some
что
true
он
magic in
многое
this
сделал для
game,
этой игры.
look up Wired Notes World Record. It is something to behold.
Yeah,
Имеется в виду в
like,
рамках
I might look
спидрана, кстати,
fast.
много
I don't
делает.
think I look fast, but he makes me look like a snail. I'm not even kidding. Like, I watch his run, and it's like, what am I doing wrong?
10 тысяч всего. Хорошая ссылка сразу
The thing about
на
that menu
Finder.
thing, essentially, Kat has to figure out. She's being asked if she's actually like really a student here, so they quiz her on things.
This area
Those
is
answers can
actually
be
wild.
different. Yeah, those answers can be different placed depending on where it is. So you have to just pay attention to some cues.
But yeah,
also, Play June music is a banger.
Oh yeah, I actually really like this area music. But yeah, this area is weird because I believe there's a red light district in this area. No, come back. Oh, I want to stand on his head. But yeah, there is a academy right over there and a red, like a red light district attached to it. Why that's the case is beyond me. Nice,
That
I got
worked?
it.
Oh,
That
God.
was. I'm actually surprised that worked because I was a little bit.
Yeah,
really
that
far
worked.
forward. So this is
a whole new world.
Yup. So they named this a whole new world for very obvious reasons. I actually really like this section. Yeah.
It's just, a romantic time with someone you think you have a crush.
I mean, I don't think she thinks she has a crush on him. But he's looking for his childhood friend, which I believe he has a crush on her. So Kat's dealing with some unrequited love right now, to say the least. But this is our first instance of showing that Nevis actually aren't just mindless or anything, because this thing essentially is trying to protect her because she's having distress, teenage angst, all that stuff. Please let me.
Босс-паук,
Yeah, I
босс-паук.
This is basically an auto-scroller, but it allows us to collect a bunch of gems. But that means we have to kill her now, essentially. We want to keep one gem alive to keep the train rolling, but other than that, we're collecting gems.
Вот сейчас мы собираем гемы, потому что
One
босса
difficult thing
добивать
about this
пока что
run
рано.
is, oh yeah, shoutouts.
Yeah. Oh, just Alice action for a lot of the modern gem runs. He's our Japanese runner, and a lot of what we see here is his work.
Oh, I was actually early.
О, он раньше времени выставил.
But yeah,
No,
more about this
это
movement. When I was first learning this game like a year ago, it is surprisingly difficult to not only keep your bearings, but also be able to pre-aim, gauge
Вот он
management,
говорит, что
and
когда он
also
начал учить эту игру,
make sure you
то оказалось
bonking
удивительно
literally
тяжело
everything in your way. Like, look at all this stuff.
соблюдать вот
Like, I can
именно все это
accidentally kick
передвижение
everything
и
and miss everything.
при этом
The
не ударяться в любое
the
препятствие на
right
своем
stick
пути.
is camera, and left stick actually also controls cat. So even though I'm moving with pre-aiming with the camera. I'm also doing very minor micro adjustments with cat. Like if you see here, like I'm actually moving like left and right. Just in very minor way. I would like these gems, please. Okay, one's enough, I guess.
Yeah, that's good. RGKs.
You get the double?
Победа! Теперь осталось победить, только его запинав.
Let's go. Mechanically, this game is not difficult, to say least. Like the kick is R1 square, and then you cancel it, and that's about it. And then you use special with triangle. The hard part is literally everything else in terms of movement and stuff like that. But we're going into Rift 2, and your screen is not messed up or anything. This place is just saturated to a ridiculous amount. I have no clue.
Fire! We're on fire.
Is this fire? I mean, well, I guess it's lava.
Supposed to be like a lava hole thing.
Вот сейчас они обсуждают, это огонь или лава.
I guess we should speak a little bit more on Gade and exactly why we are doing stuff, or we save it for later, because it is relevant for a cutscene that I want to show off.
Sure, you know, you do you, your run.
Yeah, we'll save it, because then the fun factor
Да, озвучка, кстати, очень хорошая.
To say the least. Because this game has very wacky story. They tried their best to make this game unique as infinitely possible. Like, I have never seen a more unique game yet, anyways, in terms of mechanics, story, visual, and all that stuff. Because this gravity mechanic is, I'm not sure if there's another game like it.
Ну, знаете, это еще как бы повезло, что всего лишь АЯЕА в качестве озвучки героиня, могло бы быть что-нибудь поинтереснее.
But adds like more power-ups and stuff like that. The power-ups are actually really cool. Like you have like heavy boots.
Это знаете, как японская озвучка Лиги Легенд стала мемом в некотором роде.
Not necessarily make you light, but it makes you
удивительно.
Like 0G more so.
Alright. Yeah, we can do like one more donation and then there's a boss coming up. But yeah, a good time for a donation is here.
Yeah, absolutely. We've got $100 from Marine. Love this event. Thanks for keeping the runs coming.
Погодите.
Lads, we've got to get the all-level showcase for Spark 3 met. That game is such an incredible speed game, and I'd love for everyone to see more of it. And on that note, we are at $2,356.10 out of the $5,000 goal for that all-level showcase. We do have till the end of this run and a little bit further into Spark in order to meet that. We're almost halfway there. Chat, I want to challenge you. Can we get 75% of the way there by the end of Gravity Rush? Let's see it happen.
Yo, they can do it in Descent. That's a good
Вы не знаете этого
But I gotta explain Raven. Raven's like the first like humanoid boss fight in the game. She has the same kind of powers as Cat, able to fly anywhere she wants to go.
Можете на ютубе посмотреть.
This has been like the bane of our existence in the
Там высококачественная
There's
озвучка.
like very little ways to make her consistent. There's a few strats that Wired Notes does.
А также гличем прокачку уровня без большой затраты прокачки. Ну, у Раннера, кстати...
I actually am missing gems, so I have to debt these.
Yeah.
Please.
Он не может получить Он не может прокачаться.
Okay, there we go.
Наконец-то, ура.
It's like 20th time to charm, I guess. First try.
Yeah.
Казуально немного ран, ничего страшного.
Wait, was I
Это у нас шо получается?
I hate this fight.
У Gravity Rush какой там? На час 23? У нас заявлен час 40. У раннера
You can
ПБ
also
сколько?
into
Сколько
that.
у него
She
лучший
gets stunned on the
результат?
ground, and you can get a few hits in.
У него на борде
And
другой ник?
I think Typhoon can kill. Yeah, or Spiral
Typhoon?
can kill. As
А, вот. Вот он.
Oh, that's
На борде у него час
I
30,
waited.
это
it still
лучший
works. She's
результат.
on the ground.
Так что,
That's a pretty okay range
думаю, за
play.
час 35
It
управится.
usually goes worse, so I'm pretty happy about it.
Yeah, Raven can go wherever she wants. Just, this is
Если
not the
кто-то
first
в
time
чате живой, вот
she
вам
used the
предикшн.
bottle.
Ну как, ставочка, ставочка.
So you can actually play as Raven in Gravity Rush 2 in the DLC. I did actually have the world record for that up until about like a week ago when some random Japanese player was just like, yeah, I beat it by 8 seconds. But it's, you know, I was the only runner for that, so it's dope to see another person interested in that game.
Also, I hope there's some Raven lovers in chat. Raven's a cool character.
Actually, I actually prefer Raven over Cat.
And there you go. This mission's a wild time because the boss fights don't ever stop in this game. Right now, we are chasing the villain that stopped us in chapter 4, who stole the crystal thing. It turns out he's connected to Nevi in some sort of way, and he's doing a lot of terrorist acts
Ну, вдруг VR будет для
in
тех, кто
this
верит.
district right now, blowing things up and just causing a mess. Like for now, he put a bomb here, and it's our job to take it out.
Give me the bomb. There we go. I did this in practice earlier. I literally picked up every single rubble but the bomb.
I love it.
It's like it was. I didn't even know you could. Is a TLDR. So more about Typhoon. The way it targets is actually like you see me kind of jittering and missing literally everything. It auto targets basically anything on screen, specifically kind of sort of like near the middle ish. So you'll often
Ну, в действительности игра невероятно круто играется. Но я опыт с портативки говорю. Я не играл ее на... This never happened before. Я никогда не играл ее на консоли. За исключением второй части. Вторая часть мне понравилась.
Alias is also like a bit of a joke.
Вот Gravity Rush 2, наверное, даже лучше первой части. Во всем. Вообще во всем.
Kind of like bully people is just put them on high places and say like, you can't get down now.
Oh yeah, so speaking of that, you'll see like vehicles around. They can actually like save them themselves, but like look at this thing. This thing is like extra slow. So Cat is just like, oh yeah, I'm in the area, and we're just gonna go save them because we're like 10x the speed of these taxis. Which later on, I think in Gravity Rush 2, she has like a taxi service, or I think there are some like side quests in this game.
Yeah.
Where you're just
Мне сейчас говорят, что в Gravity Rush 2 есть сайд-квест в такси, где люди такие жалуются, что такси занимает 10 лет, и поэтому их возит Кейт.
I don't want to talk too much about Alias, besides that he's just a bad guy in this game. Every character gets more story in Gravity Rush 2, and there's some new characters also in Gravity Rush 2. The story is just so good.
Right now we are trying to get back out of debt so we can do some debt glitches later. This is more of a better example of why we things. Right here, he's going to spawn 2 snails, and since we have an object, it will immediately either break a
Вот у этих противников панцирь защищает их от ваншота, то есть надо сначала разбить панцирь, а потом уже бить противника. Не очень приятная вещь.
Alias isn't done with us. He has kind of like a true form that we have to deal with. which is like this double-headed dragon monster thing. It has 2 gems on its hand, and we have a specific setup in order to
Вот тут
try
вот,
to do
кстати, у
as
него
much
не
damage
очень
as we
хорошо
can and stun
получилось
him,
этих врагов убить, потому
so he
что
doesn't go
вместо
into some of his more RNG
отскока от
based
одного к другому он несколько раз попал по стене, не попал, ресетнул позицию,
pick
повторил.
up something. Yeah. There we go.
Вот сейчас он специально ждал с летающей, ну, с коробкой, которую, бочкой, которую он подобрал, чтобы сразу разбить
A couple
противника.
of things in the start. What we want him to do is just shoot fireballs into the air to
Сейчас
try to
будет
hit Cat.
босс
That
летающий.
allows us to get this typhoon set up. But I think Rain might go for something else.
Сразу разбиваем защиту.
Oh, he goes for this. Okay.
No.
Yeah,
О нет,
almost,
он
almost.
улетел.
Black hole has very interesting properties that allows you to do
Нет,
massive damage
раннер
right away,
промазал.
no matter what. Essentially, he was trying to just blow up the gem with like a pause technique.
I have to fight him again. Wait.
No, you can just beat him. Just kick him to death.
Сейчас раннер такой, о нет, мне придется с ним еще раз сражаться.
Oh
This is just alias. Like I was literally kicking at him, and then it just kept sliding off.
Alright, now we're in RNG world, I believe.
Please hit.
Nice. Nice double
Вот,
kick there.
вот, наконец-то.
That could have gone way worse. Yeah, that was a double kick.
No, you want
Это могло быть гораздо хуже, как говорит
sure.
комментатор.
So what a double kick is? Essentially, Kat has 2 different types of kicks. She has close kicks and distance kicks. Essentially, what a double kick is you're kicking from a far away distance, and you're getting 2 distant kicks, which are stronger than close kicks. In order to like make them work, you have to hit it at the same moment that the kick lands on the enemy itself. Yeah.
Oh, I'm missing.
As long as you're peppering those in, you'll get a lot of damage. Alias is...
Так, он снова сейчас пытается прокачать Gravity Kick.
You can, and then that kick.
This is our biggest debt. Nice, I got it.
Наконец-то
So
все.
now we're
Gravity
mega
Kick,
in
четвертый
debt.
уровень.
Negative 812. A little bit more about the story is that so we're in, what was it, Rift 4?
3.
Yeah, this is in 3. And right before, for some reason, there is a box of Nevi pesticides. I'm not entirely sure how that even works, but they look like cookies. So Dusty decided to eat one. So now Dusty has like upset stomach. So Dusty gives us our powers, which is unfortunate because now my gauge is like 10% of what it was, but I get it back like really fast. So gauge management here is pretty important.
Yeah, and to also explain some of the power-ups around, you see these little blue orbs around that will instantly refill your gauge, allowing you to use gravity again and kick more. That's going to be used to a great deal here as he needs to recharge his gravity all the time in order to keep going. But for the most part, this is just going to be more fights and kicking and whatnot. So
Новый тип врагов, кстати, вот эти сферы шипастые, очень неприятны тем, что когда они распускают шипы, их нельзя убить, приходится ждать, пока они сожмутся.
I've loved this game since I first played it on the Vita more than 10 years ago, and I'm having an amazing time.
Донаты с тем, что в эту игру 10 лет назад играли еще на Вите. Неплохо.
We also have $100 from Citizen Giant. Greetings from Japan. My friend told me he had a joke about anti-gravity. It really had no effect on me. And as Rain said earlier, in
Вот
our
это была
lobbies,
хорошая
please,
шутка.
please get those donations in with as many gravity
Как-то
points
мой
as we
друг рассказал мне
possibly can.
шутку
Absolutely love it.
о
I
антигравитации.
almost grimaced at
Она
that
не
one.
возымела на меня никакого эффекта.
Almost got the grimace.
You guys need to up the game. I was actually trying to make a gravity pun. I actually could not. I was like, I could not think of one.
It sounds like a difficult task here.
So this upcoming boss, you'll see like a mini version of it, is actually extremely dangerous because this thing does a lot of damage. This thing's a mini version. There's an even bigger
Сейчас
one
он
that
говорит,
will
что
face later,
эта штука
and there is
имеет
like a million
огромный
things
урон,
surrounding it.
поэтому
It's
надо
essentially a
опасаться.
bullet hell. And we are in level 1 health. Like we have not upgraded at
И у
all
нас
because we need all the
первый
gems we can
уровень
get.
здоровья,
And when
что
we
вызывает еще больше проблем.
upgrade, it also refills our health, so it is actually also partly our emergency health. So we don't want to use it as much as possible because the more upgrades we upgrade, the more expensive it is.
И апгрейд на здоровье восстанавливает нам здоровье, поэтому он является нашей вот прям аварийной аптечкой, из-за чего мы хотим его апгрейдить, поскольку каждый апгрейд поднимает его стоимость.
Yeah, I missed. No.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Another weird quirk of this game is you can buffer your special during loading times. So if he didn't do that, but still killed the flower with his super meter, it would actually buffer in the dark, and cats actually load it and using the special for it.
Да, экранизацию Gravity Rush вроде делают, если я правильно помню. Что-то такое было.
Which is really apparent in this one.
Did I just kill anything else?
I think it has to be the flowers.
Any flower?
Any flower. We thought it would have had to be the flowers on the tower, but literally any flower.
I accidentally used my special before coming into this because I like bounced up and stuff, and I really needed it.
Yeah.
So here is bullet hell. We have to kill every flower on this and the big boy up there while trying not to die. That thing can practically one-shot us. Actually, in fact, with this health, I would actually get one.
You will
Ну,
die.
босс, который может нас ваншотнуть, особенно с нашим текущим здоровьем, нам надо уничтожить вообще вот все вот эти штуки, которые стоят у нас на пути.
Why do you have to say that? Well, I embarrass myself.
We got it. Boom.
Don't want to get hit by that.
Nice. Okay. I believe in you. The flower won't chomp you.
I mean, if I get like a quad kick, it definitely won't chop me.
That'd be sick. You get the quad. Alright. Oh my god. Nice.
Look, I got that health. So you can actually get wombo combo in this game. Like, I've actually taken like 3 swordfish that you'll see later, like at the same time and just straight up die. I took like several things.
Cool. I hope you got it.
Yeah, I got it.
Cool little thing. Okay, cool. Whoop. Yeah. Okay. So this is a thing we call a Visicat. Essentially, we voided out when we got into this cutscene. So we have full control of Cat while she's in this cutscene. I think you're by the tower, maybe.
I'm pretty sure on the left side tower.
Yeah. So she's excited. She's like, "Wow, big city above. We got to get that money. We got to get out of debt." So we're using this time to collect as many gems as we can, while being invisible and unlocking this sewage pipe, which allows us to teleport back here. It's a fast travel thing. Visit Tag is cool. There's a lot of weird things you can do with it, but this is the very good use of it in the run.
Yeah, this game is actually very broken. Like, we can actually clip into essentially anything. We're gonna clip into this world tree in a second. You can do like Invisicat, like in several places and stuff like that. The issue is that this game runs on checkpoint system. So if you can't move the checkpoint, anything you do is essentially useless, which is kind of sad.
There's one, yeah. So one chapter I'll talk a lot about because we're so close. We're so close. We could basically skip everything, but because there's a checkpoint, we can't keep going. But I'll get to that later. Right now, it is Descent.
This is definitely the most dull part of the run, because all we're gonna
ever,
do is
like,
fall.
we are falling forever. Usually in the game, you're supposed to be falling with purpose. There's a lot of gems, there's enemies to dodge and whatnot. But this game, as linear as it is as a speedrun, you can, as Rain says, you can clip into anything pretty easily. All he did was double clap gravity twice, and she flipped over. She just flipped over, and now we're going to hit some checkpoints, and we have a little bit to go. We are falling, so
Yeah, we're gonna be falling for like 4 checkpoints and stuff like that until we go fight Raven. So
В общем-то, мы будем долго падать.
Well, for some shout outs again, like shout out the Gravity Discord.
Он сейчас передает шатауты. Нормальный план.
It's definitely an honor for me to actually bring this to GDQ stage. I know they've been looking forward to it for a long time, so it was definitely a surprise to see this get accepted. And
Он удивлен, что этот ран вообще приняли.
Where is it, the checkpoint? So yeah, this is definitely experience. Also, shout outs to Bastion. She was supposed to be here for my co-commentator, but she had an emergency. So I hope she's doing well. But you have anything else to say?
Yeah, I also want to shout out like the general Gravity Rush community as a whole. They've done some amazing things. They recently, about last year, released a zine that was for charity, and it got a lot of awesome artists together in order to support a cause. And they genuine, like, the passion behind this niche little game in their little community is incredible. And they really do like an amazing job supporting it, along with like everyone else who likes niche games and whatnot. But yeah. Other than that, we got any donations?
Oh, we have so many. I first do want to update chat here. I issued that challenge a little bit earlier. We're at $2,511.10 out of 5,000 for that all levels showcase for the next run, Spark the Electric Jester 3. So chat, please make sure when you are donating for your puns, make sure that you are marking that incentive if you do wish to see more of Spark the Electric Jester 3. And
все еще падаем.
Rain, Muffin,
Оцените глубину падения.
You have so much time.
We've got $10 from Slowest Poke, who says, I had a good pun about gravity, but I think it's a little too heavy for you.
Nice.
We have $5 from AC Bebop. What do GDQ and gravity have in common? They are both forces to be reckoned with. Donating $5 to help PCF accelerate the amazing work they do to help beat cancer. Best of luck to Rain on the Gravity Rush Remastered run.
Thank you.
Anyone else buying tickets for the $5 pun train? Chat, we've got plenty of time. Let's see if we can't get that $5 pun train going. That'd be so much fun. We have $25 from Aramgard. Rain, my dude. I woke up super early to watch this. I hope you grasp the gravity of the situation.
Oh.
Great seeing you at GDQ. Good luck on the rest of the run.
Okay, so we're actually about to reach Raven. So fighting Raven is actually horrible. She's actually very difficult. She has a black hole ability also. Her black hole ability is just 10 times better than ours and actually teleports us up We don't want to be going up, like at all, because we're trying to get down. But let me get my bearings.
We're gonna, So basically, it would have been 3,000 feet of just dodging for your life at like.
Actually, I think it's a yard.
1 hit point. But we can put her in jail. She's now in baby jail, and she won't move.
Yep. So you have 3,200 yards of donations.
We're gonna do some like little bit of alkalization gravity pumping, but basically we're vibing.
All right, well, let's keep it rolling here. We've got $5 from No Cherry at the left. All this breaking of the laws of gravity will get you a suspended sentence. I loved playing Gravity Rush on my Vita. So happy to see it being run today. I wanted to donate for such a
Донаты с тем, что вспоминает о том, что нравится играть Gravity Rush на Vita было.
Shout out to my little Gravity Cats, Robbie and Cozy, and my partner, Megan. You've got this, Rain. Float like a butterfly, sting like a flying kick. We've got $50 from Techless. I haven't run this game in ages, but I'm so glad to see it finally being run at a GDQ. Good luck getting World Tree Clip first try.
Wait.
Yeah. It was different. It was way different in the back in the day. Back in the day, we had to like force Cat to fall in her face.
Oh, I remember that. I was learning. I was like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah. But now you just double tap gravity and you just flip up.
I actually, so when I was learning it, I was learning that. I was like, this trick is stupid. Like, why is this a thing? And then I noticed that people were just clipping in, and it took me like 2 days to figure out how to even do that because no one had like a controller.
Рассказ о том, как
But,
тяжело было разобраться с тем, как работает трюк. В общем-то, оцените глубину падения.
All right, cool. We've got $5 from Aragon Tiger's Eye, who says, "Gravity puns? Oh, this is going down." We've got $50 from Inquiry. Isaac Newton almost didn't understand gravity at all, but then it hit him. Here's to more puns.
Шутки про гравитацию идут дальше в донатах.
We have $25 from The Gouge. And they say, "It's been so long since I've actually run this game, but I'm overjoyed to see Gravity Rush finally make its way to a GDQ. It's such a fun run, and I have many fond memories with it, and I couldn't be more proud of this amazing community for taking the Gravity Rush speedrun so far. You have this old runner's blessing. May your Nushi be clean, may your Unica behave, and may your Raven 2 be..." Oh, never mind. Shout out to Rain for the amazing run, Bastion, Blue Succubus, and
мы долетели.
And the rest of the GRR community for making it this far.
Yeah. So story-wise, actually, I don't even know how we got into this cage. I think we like knocked out or something because we got hit by the Nushi blast, and then the.
Я даже не знаю, как мы попали в эту клетку с точки зрения истории, признался рано.
We're just kind of stuck in here. But here's the issue: they're kids. I don't know why Cat just doesn't like push them to the side and just be like, you know, I'm twice as big as you.
Well, she's a nice girl. She doesn't want to scare people.
But yeah,
and she likes to jump.
Yeah, we're trying to break out essentially. This is actually our second significant character. Her name is Ciania. She is a regular girl while she's awake, but when she goes to sleep, she actually has a secret celestial entity within her, or is her. I'm not entirely sure the specifics of it. But she's essentially the equivalent of the Watcher in Marvel, I believe.
Sure.
I mean, that's like the closest thing I could like equate it to. But this is actually a stealth section where we're trying not to get caught by kids with sticks. We don't have Rusty, so we can't use our gravity. But Cat's a grown woman. I have no clue why she just, doesn't swat the stick out of the way. But here we are trying to avoid them.
Yeah, we're doing our best. But coming up is one of the biggest fights in the game that we dub Kids Fight because we're trying to save the kids. Um, Basically, it introduced a plethora of new enemies. You go all over the place in here, and it kind of has a set route, but it's kind of crazy. Nice dead into gravity in Typhoon, and that's really like the last time. I'm so happy that that's more or less good. So right away we're gonna get a new enemy. It's called this giant dragon. Essentially it floats around, shoots beams. Please don't cancel. Oh no.
It's okay.
Yeah. So now we have to fight it legitimately. This is the reason why we get Typhoon 4 in order to try to blow this dragon out of the air. But since if Kat doesn't complete her like animation to start Typhoon and gets hit out of it, you lose all invincibility and you lose the special as well. So now we just have to fight it legitimately. You get the hit, okay? Now fall. This is okay because you killed all the enemies up there, so it actually kind of worked out. I also introduced these things called swordfishes, which will be the bane of our existence later. Essentially they fly around in the air and try to dive at Cat all the time. 2 gems on the side of their eyes, and
В
sometimes
каком-то смысле вот то, что сейчас происходит, это стандартный бой. Ничего особенного.
But right now we're just trying to clear as much as we can right now. Later he will get Typhoon 4 again, and he's going to try to use that to clear out the rest of the fight.
So what's interesting
right
about...
down...
Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, just the one more guy, the shark dude. He likes to hide into the ground, and when Cat comes up, he dives at you and just kind of flops around on the fish, and that's your only moment to attack. He can also be hard-hitting later on, but for the most part, he's pretty easy to deal with.
Lance, oh, why are you facing me?
Yeah.
So one thing about these swordfishes, the choice of how powerful they are, because each enemy has like a zone that they could be in. If they go past the zone, they get warped back into the zone. Every swordfish is outside of Ascent, which will be in like 20 minutes or so. No, not 20 minutes. Like 10 minutes, I think.
No, not 20. Yeah.
They are extremely dangerous only in Ascent. Everywhere else, they are like super slow or have extremely small boundary for seemingly no reason. I guess it's just enemy clutter. But yeah, those swordfish are pretty benign compared to the Ascent.
All right.
You want to explain Nushi?
Big kickies? Yeah, for big kickies?
Босс, кстати, очень простой, как видите. Банально, потому что весь урон наносится в одну точку.
That will never die at all. This is Nushi 1. Essentially, what we're supposed to do is we're working together the cat to drop little giant rock fruit onto its head in order to bust through the shell. How we do that is we have to hit a part of Nushi and then rush to Raven in order to activate the next thing. The thing about this is that you can do it in 2 ways. You can hit the gem that's only vulnerable every once in a while when he does this. Oh my lord. Or you can hit the bone part of his arms, and that also counts as a hit. But the thing about the bones is you can't lock onto them. You just have to like fly and aim yourself into them. So right now
okay, screw it.
he's good. You can also use Black Hole in order to break them as well, and that works as well. Another thing about Nushi is you could kind of see there that she was getting pushed away because Nushi has this force field around him. That kind of works with that. But if you're able to place yourself right, you can do this.
Well, yeah, we're coming up into a platformer section. Well, I guess it's platformer section. It's pretty much an auto-scroller. I can still mess it up. I actually really hate this mission. And this is our first glimpse into Sienna's power, but I want to
Ран
listen to
говорит, что вот
this
миссия, которая
audio real
сейчас
quick.
будет, это то, что он ненавидит. Прям-таки.
I love that line. So for some reason, the language it lines up just enough where she just says as well as doo doo. I don't even know what the words pertain to, but we're essentially going to be doing some speedy text, platforming, and such like that. Try to skip as much as possible, so you have until the end of this mission to just do donations.
Well, fantastic. We still have the gravity pun trains rolling in. We've got $5 from Droth the Destroyer, 1 ticket for the gravity pun train. Like Gravity, I found the train very attractive, but not in a crush kind of way. You can't fall for a pun train, can you? That took me a bit to come up with. I hope it was worth the wait.
Oh, it definitely was.
We had $5 from Aramgard. If it wasn't for Gravity, I wouldn't be so humble. You could say it keeps me grounded.
Oh my god.
We have $5 from Yuri Haruhara.
За 17 число вводы вернем. Ну, не факт, что полностью там DMCA сложности.
We also have $25 from Dankrupt Memer, who says, I am gravitated.
На YouTube так точно загрузим большую часть.
$5 from Smokey of the Sun. I was going to suspend myself from making puns, but the gravity of the situation made me think of a new ton of them. Another $5 from Grins Vogel, who says, Isaac Newton called. He's very angry with you. He can't find his apples. We have $20 from your boy Grunty, who says, I never thought I'd ever see a Gravity Rush speedrun at GDQ. What a nice surprise.
Никогда не думал, что увижу ранг Gravity Rush на ГДК. Но я тоже, кстати, не думал, что игра на ГДК попадет, потому что она такая нишевая из-за того, что она выходила на Виту и все такое. Вот здесь надо знать, конечно, как передвигаться, потому что это мини-головоломка все-таки.
We have $10 from Ristov. Greetings from the UK. First-time donator here. Having a blast watching this year's AGDQ whilst I work, and it's really kept me going all week. Rain is doing a great job of smashing Gravity Rush. Just don't fall behind, and I hope the stream doesn't drop. Well done to everyone putting on such an amazing event.
So there's some little thing, like these portals working in weird ways. He used it in order to stand on a place you're not supposed to, and then change it into more of a platformer place where before you would have to do a little puzzle thing. And here, through some very, very clever jump, we don't deal with any of the gravity at all. You can just kind of do a little, you can do a little corner jump thing here, and she'll grab a. Here we go. We do a big old jump.
Don't miss. Nice.
Hey, yeah.
I don't actually have land on it, but I've missed that a few times.
Yeah.
So story-wise here, essentially Sienna is just like, hey, you need to wake up or you're gonna die or something like that. You know, like your destiny is out there. You just have to do a lot of stuff. I think that's the gist of it. It's a little bit more convoluted than that. Because it does lead into Gravity Rush 2. I don't even know if they planned it, but Gravity Rush 2 actually goes really heavy into the story, and I freaking love it. It's
Нет.
It's definitely if it came out this year, it would be my game of the year, like for sure.
This is very much a kind of lead into what it is, and there's even a callback to this in like the ending thing. They truly thought about a sequel making this game, I believe.
But yeah, if like play this game, play Gravity Rush 2. Gravity Rush 2 is like at least a 40-hour playthrough compared to this game. I think you could get 40 hours doing like platinuming this game, but just playing the playthrough of Gravity Rush 2 is like 40 hours. So it's huge. Like it's essentially their foray into open world Gravity Rush. So it is ridiculously huge. Also, there is a dog right over there that I want to pet.
All right, fair enough.
Sorry, it's just we had to say it's not a
dog. This is where the game kind of gets.
Huh?
Don't have some.
Huh?
I forgot to pick up Siani.
Yeah, you need Siani to keep going. But this is kind of where the game gets difficult. You're supposed to have way more health now, and that's just something we don't invest in because that's not particular to our debt needs. So everything becomes way more scarier in terms of just damage. Coming up is Nushi 2. He doesn't go away, but we have a neat way to deal with a little setup with our black hole friend that you kind of saw used in Alias. It's the same kind of idea. Nice. Thank God. Okay, so how that works is usually has a big gem on his head that takes a lot of kicks to kill, even at a high kick level. So what we do in order to break it in one shot is black hole. And essentially we break a bone and hit the orb at the same time, and that amounts to a huge amount of damage and one-shots the orb immediately. I think there's like a transfer of property there. And you can do that all on the body and break all the there, which allows us to quick kill Nushi. I'm happy that went well. This allows us, this place is chock full of gems that are worth like 25 each. Each of one of these pods hold about like 200 gems, and we're trying to stockpile enough in order to get the final upgrades. We have an indicator in order to go back down to Nushi to finish him off, but right now he's just flying around. This is also a pretty good place to put some donations if you got some.
I absolutely do. We've got $10 here from Bright Fox. Why did Newton send back the dish to the kitchen? He didn't find it appetizing.
Wow.
We also have $365 from Night One. Today marks a year since I lost my mother to cancer. Thank you to the GDQ staff for everything y'all do. I hope that someday no one will ever have to lose a loved one to cancer. Let's do our best to find a cure together.
That went decently well. I did mess up quite a bit, but I did recover. I got sort of the mid-range level of gems that I needed. I'm actually a little bit low, so hopefully I can get everything I need. I need 1,400 by the end of this ascent. But a little bit more on the story. The whole reason we even came down here was because a lady lost her boyfriend, her deceased. No, wait, is her boyfriend?
Well, no, she's like, I lost a letter.
Раннер палится, он не знает сюжет.
So she lost it, and the letter fell into the gravity abyss, and then Cat's like, yeah, I'll go find it, somehow. So that's the entire reason we came down here. Oh God.
We're trying to do another clip. I don't know if you have enough gravity.
Okay, whatever. That's not a huge deal. Yeah, that's the whole reason we came down here. So we went through all this trouble for a freaking letter. And we are about to find it. You want to explain this glitch?
Yeah, so this is skipping a fight.
Кстати, первый глич с выходом в ООБ за ран. Поздравляю.
Kill a bunch of Nevi and then allow Gravity Storm to disappear. But that is slow to us. So this is our first kind of checkpoint skip. Right now, usually the dude is here and it allows us to clip back out, but he disappears and we can't do anything about that. So we abuse a death here in order to respawn the dude in order to pick him up. 17 is very interesting. We can technically just fly all the way up to the top and finish the level if we had a checkpoint there. There's been lots of like theory crafting and work into seeing how much we can actually skip of 17, but we have yet to figure out how to skip some checkpoints. And I feel like if we figure 17, that would blow this game up out of the water.
But yeah, that man turns out to be the girl's boyfriend, and he was actually a ghost, and he had the letter this whole time, or he was a letter or something. I'm not entirely sure the context, but he was a ghost, and this thing was still alive?
Yeah.
All right, it's dead now. So we have the letter now, so we have done our thing, and we are going to take it back to the lady.
The funny thing about the ghost is like we don't even. It's a ghost. It's just kind of dropped on you. Oh, he's not there, and then he does his little beard.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, you were doing a dangerous thing with the kicks.
Not intentionally. These swordfish are like. Look at this. Like, please stay with me.
Yeah, I don't know why that exists. This is a mosh pit of death there, and you're. I don't know why.
So from this point on, every fight is pretty dangerous.
Yeah. Starting now, the gems have a different color. In the beginning, they're like a purplish, and they usually only take like one kick to kill. Now they're orange, which means they have a lot more health and a lot more durability, which means we need to be a little bit more precise with our kicks. Down there is a dragon with like a shell and all orange gems, so it's very hard to take out. And these little bullets that are shooting out can just basically one-shot you. Right now, he's trying to clear out as many of these little sword spits as possible so he can typhoon the dragon, but they're also very unwieldy. Right now, it's going pretty good. They're working out.
I want this thing to attack. Okay, perfect. No!
Oh,
I didn't.
No.
I didn't know it.
Okay, well now this is much more dangerous.
I guess I don't ever get to Typhoon in this run.
No. All right. Now it's you versus this dragon. Good luck.
This dragon is actually pretty beefy for a dragon. It is the beefiest of dragons. I don't know why they made these swordfish and these dragons very annoying during this section. Because if I die here, I have to go all the way back up from where I met that guy. So I definitely don't want to die. I'm still on level 1 health, so it is actually still very dangerous. I hope I have enough. I need about 230 more.
Yeah, you should be good.
Yeah, this looks okay.
Yeah, you have enough.
Dope. So that is all the upgrades we're gonna get for the rest of the game. No more debt, no more gem collecting. Oh, well, I will get a little bit of gems, depending on how much I have right now. I need at least 50. I would like 200, just in case I need to do an extra health upgrade, because the sensor fight, the last fight, actually from this point forward, basically, if I take a hit, I have a very real chance of dying immediately. So I need a buffer just in case. But we are essentially like 2/3 through the run. I think we're like, what, including this one, 3 missions from the end. So this guy is pretty obnoxious. it turns out that not. I almost said that. It turns out that once we came up, because of gravity, a year has passed. I believe it's a year. So everything has changed while we were gone. The lady doesn't even want her letter anymore. She's like already has like a husband and stuff like that. So we've essentially lost a year, and we're just trying to go back to being a hero. So we're helping the military. That guy is a military scientist to like place these sensors and kind of upgrade their Nevi research, I guess, because they're trying to make a super weapon. Kat doesn't really know a bit about that stuff right now. She's just kind of trying to doing her best, helping out. And that guy's like super obnoxious. He's like constantly just telling her what to do and also changing his mind like immediately after telling her what to do. But yeah, since I am holding these
Ран с
sensors
кучей
with
стонов.
stasis, if I
Как
take
и
any
полагается.
damage, they drop, and I have to go all the way back to the guy to pick it up. So we're gonna get this. We're gonna go back, and we come back here, and then we're gonna start back up with some more fighting. So you have time for one more donation.
All right, well, I do want to make sure that everyone, when you are donating, you are putting your donations towards the incentives like the Spark All Levels Showcase. That run is coming up next. We are currently at $2,686.10 out of 5,000. We would love to be able to meet that so we can see even more Spark and even more GDQ. We have a $5 donation from Anonymous who says, what does Anti-Gravity and Rick Astley have in common? They both never let you down.
Что антигравитация и Рик Эшли имеют общего? Они никогда не дадут вам упасть. Ладно.
Do we have time for one more?
Yeah, one more.
All right, $250 from Chalisi. I'm so glad to be watching AGDQ with my boyfriend during snow while healing a broken ankle. I don't know what I would do with a perfect sleep schedule anyways.
Never, never
Let's
let
make
you
cancer
down.
extinct.
Never, never let you up.
You want to explain this fight, Muffin?
Don't
hit me. Oh.
Хорошая шутка, мне понравилась.
Save. Muffin? Muffin. I'm not entirely sure where you went, but this fight is pretty difficult.
Рекролят везде.
Going on. We have to kill these
Рекрол это
very
просто
quickly.
мощь.
These. Oh my god. Okay, so I really am not gonna get any typhoons, huh? So this is another instance of like I mentioned that these swordfish are extremely slow here for some reason, and only during ascent are they actually truly dangerous. Okay, I missed that.
Never let you down, never, never give you up.
Sorry, what did you mention, Ray?
I just wanted you to explain the fight while I focus on it. But the fight's almost over.
Yeah.
Kill this dragon. This dragon actually follows a path. I think he's about to turn. Yeah, there he goes. The dragon's wings are so annoying because you could be trying to kick it and then you just get voided entirely, and then you have to keep trying to kick it. It's so easy in this game to just miss your target. But yeah, we're basically gonna pick him up because he's like, oh yeah, I need to go up to Clock Tower, and then he's like, wait, I need to go back to the hotel to grab something, or the building, or whatever this is, and then he drops something off. And then he's like, all right, you gotta go back to the clock tower. And then he doesn't even remember what time it is, so we have to stay in. He's just really annoying. But we have time for like 3 donations.
It's incredibly annoying.
We still have plenty of donations here and plenty of love coming in for Gravity Rush Remastered. But again, we do want to touch on this. We have $25 from Zubatman, who says, I know nothing about Spark the Electric Jester 3, but just from the name, I want to see more of it. So let's make sure we are getting those donations in. We're creeping ever so closer to being able to see that showcase in our next run.
All right, so we're heading into Panther. Kat goes to sleep and she has a nightmare. Why this nightmare results in Dusty splitting into 20 pieces and us having to grab Dusty. I'm not entirely sure. But that is essentially what we're doing. It is also a very dangerous fight because there's swordfish, squids, which is the boss of Rift 1, golems, and a whole lot of flowers. So this is a fairly intense section. If I die at all in this section before the checkpoint at the very end, I have to redo this entire.
Try to explain as much as I can.
Yeah, so once we go in, I'm just gonna focus up. But yeah, we're just collecting Dusty right now. Here's Ciania. We're essentially just like meeting people in the dream. All right, Panther, start.
Yeah, so this is a huge fight. Every hard enemy we were dealing with before is here, and better than ever. A lot of things have shells, and a lot of things can one-shot you. So it's
Сейчас Раннер говорит, что есть много вещей, которые могут нас ваншотнуть из-за того, что мы не качали здоровье. Поэтому этот сегмент вызывает некоторые сложности в ране.
Transforms this panther thing for maybe unknown reasons that you'll figure out later. But everything here is, we have very specific places that we put Typhoon in order to clear out enemies fast enough, and we try to pick up as many like stasis objects as we can to break the gems, as you can see here. He's doing some, his double kicks are, your rapid double kicks are looking mighty fine. And honestly, if you really want to like try out double kicks in like a high intense area, I would suggest just practicing this fight over and over again. That's what I did in order to start speedrunning this game. It's incredibly good for that. Here, it's also kind of a spooky moment because things that were like bosses, we'll consider bosses in other rifts, just show up as normal enemies. Oh my god, this is good. Yeah. This is close to it. The big squid boy that we saw in Rift 1 comes back as just a normal enemy, along with a golem that we never really explained. He's just like a big guy. You saw him a lot before, but he's just a big guy who punches you. And he has a lot of gems on his back that you can double kick and whatnot. We're gonna try to clear them out as fast
Вот
as we
сейчас у
can.
Раннера плохо получается делать двойной пинок по шарам на спине у этого противника, потому что, по идее, он должен был сделать это за 2 цикла. Но как-то не получилось, поэтому потрачает много времени.
He's doing a pretty good job
As well.
with this, and with
Spicy.
this last enemy, he's able to. Yeah, it's basically free now. He has Typhoon for the last one and stuff. But for the most part, that was a pretty good 19. Or it could still go wrong here if some of these rocks go astray. Because you still have to deal with swordfishes and what not.
All right, Panther done.
Nice.
That was a pretty good Panther, actually.
Yeah,
But
хорошо,
since we completed it and we got all the Rusties, Rusty, no, not Rusty, the freaking Armored Core brain, Dusty actually got an upgrade. So now instead of a cat, he's essentially a panther. And that actually does play a pretty big
наш
part
котик
in
Дасти
Gravity Rush 2.
эволюционировал
This
в
one is
пантеру.
just straight up cutscenes. But in Gravity Rush 2, she actually gains the Panther mode power, where she can actually just use Dusty to just essentially just go nuts as a cat. So this is the final chapter of the game.
Блин, Palworld вышел, народ. Survive, выживать с пушками и охотой на покемонов. Кто не хочет упускать возможность, добро пожаловать.
Explain Unica. Unica is my favorite trick in this whole fight, or this whole game. Essentially, you kind of saw her earlier. She's like a android with a robot arm, and is like one of the last boss, like last humanoid boss in this game. And we have kind of a quick pill in order to deal with her. It's very precise, and there's many different variants to it. We've been working on it, and I think Rain has a pretty good idea with this. But to explain this part a little bit more, it's kind of an auto scroller. There's things you can do in order to speed it up. Essentially, the orb itself is the new antagonist of the whole thing. Essentially, the government has been messing around with Nevi and trying to turn it into a weapon itself. And essentially, it is going haywire. It's like blowing everything up and attracting Nevi to it. We can make it move faster on its track by killing enemies faster. So we can skip missiles and whatnot. Soon he's gonna pick up stasis orbs and try to throw it at things that we call spinies, the little expanding spiky thingies. And that will skip a cycle and allow us to get to the next spot.
Вот Ран рассказывает о том, что это
I
все...
literally paused right as I got it.
Ох, он не смог. В общем-то, смысл в том, чтобы пропустить одну фазу, если правильно делать пинки, но у него, к сожалению, не всегда получается.
Fun fact, one of the policemen...
It might be a little bit dangerous a little bit later.
Yeah, one of the policemen that we saved, in the middle of a run, was actually on top of this orb. You can actually see it pretty early. I don't think I need health for Unica. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely focus up for Unica.
Yeah. Here we go. I believe.
I'm gonna give it 3 tries.
Yeah, we need her to go into a specific area. So we gotta hit her on the left side of her in order to make her go somewhere. I believe. Stay safe. I'll explain after. Running neutral triangle.
Nice.
Yes! Oh my god. Let's go, let's go. Okay, to explain that is called Quick Unica. Essentially, we time spiral in a cutscene at the same time, and they don't like to interact well with each other, and it basically just annihilates Unica immediately. There's many different variants, and we have to react to it. Move is the most consistent one, and I'm very happy. Rain
Пока что
was
у
able
него
to
очень
land that. Let's
хорошо
go
все
Quick
идет.
Unica. But the problem with Quick
Это
Unica
было
is it's
довольно-таки
technically
быстрым
faster, but it makes the rest of this fight
переходом к заставке.
very scary. The boss is wildly dangerous and angry at you and can one-shot you at any point. So the concentration still needs to be there. But right now we're on a timer. Essentially, the boss is going to run around trying to destroy the city, and it's up to us, the superhero, to stop it. When it does the shaking thing, it'll do a giant explosion that will basically one-shot us, so we have to respect it. And then once we have an opportunity, we have to get in there and try to do as much damage as we can with double kicks.
That was pretty good.
It's tough.
Like 2 cycle. I've actually died to that explosion with like level 3 health before.
Yeah, it's incredibly dangerous. Now we're on to the second phase. Essentially, we'll float around with 3 more orbs that we need to destroy. But this time we'll have backup that have Nevi around it, and you can do random stuff like that. And we have to pick apart at this. This is still a very dangerous area. A lot of bullets could fly around, and big orb thing like to be big orb in spin. But he's doing a really good job controlling right now. Oh god.
That is a big spiny.
Yeah. When I saw that, I was like, oh, please don't pop.
Ooh, that was such a good kick. Oh my god, that was satisfying. That was a quad kick.
That was a nice kick there.
So here we're basically just gonna be waiting. I need to get rid of my special gauge in a bit, but you have time for like 5 donations.
Вот сейчас будет такой спокойненький сегмент. Вопрос только в том, что уйдем мы в Overestimate или не уйдем.
At $2,980.10 out of that $5,000 goal, and that run is coming up next, so keep that in mind when you are putting your donations in. We have some more puns that came in. We have $50 from Inquiry. What does an astronaut say when they're suddenly no longer weightless? Oh, geez.
Oh my god. That would burn.
We have another $50 from Grinsvogel. I love watching GDQ again. It just amazes me how video games can bring people together from all ways of life for a good cause. Like some invisible force that pulls everything in. Can't think of a name for it though. But great run.
Thank you. I'm gonna let this. We specifically haven't went into the story because I want this cutscene to play it out and just speak for itself on what's going on. Yeah. Yup. This is happening.
That's not
Exactly why is the question. But now we're the anemone, the orb, is essentially in his last legs, and we are going to end it.
Yeah,
И
this
вот
is
почти
also, like,
закончили
out of
этот
all the
босс-файт.
enemies in the game, a very interesting thing. You have to do very, like, timed kicks in order to make,
О,
to do, like, damage to
Yeah.
this fight. You can't just do the usual rapid, gravity kicks. Yeah. there's a way to like one cycle it here if you're.
Oh my god.
О, выжил на одном хп. Как же ему
But you just
повезло.
need the time kicks, I believe.
Okay, so get ready on time.
Только, кажется, время вот будет очень скоро.
Okay, maybe not.
Сейчас он, ой-ой-ой-ой-ой. Это overestimate, кажется.
So that's what I meant. For some reason, even if you're doing slow kicks, it absorbs the blow. So you have to do like weird timing glitches or real weird timing kicks. But with Unica,
Или не будет. Или будет.
No,
Нет, он промазал.
And
Нет, из-за этого промаха ему придется еще раз активировать
доставку. When I press triangle on the next cutscene after I break this health bar.
I hope he
Maybe we'll go through. Maybe.
Ай-яй-яй-яй-яй-яй.
Ай-яй-яй-яй-яй-яй.
It's trying.
Нет.
Fly it up a little bit more so it doesn't.
Босс не может долететь. Он застрял.
It's definitely marathon luck. Never happened before.
This never happened before официально. И он улетел. И время, вот оно очень рядышком. Очень рядышком. О нет, он не может нанести урон. И... Ах. Все. Время. 5 секунд оверестимейта. 5 секунд отделили его коленные чашечки. Вот это, конечно, да. Вот так вот.
The visuals are extremely unique. The language, everything about this game is so good. But yeah, we give them their just desserts. Again, shout outs to Gravity Rush Discord. Yay, we broke it. They really love this game. Shout outs to Bastion, she couldn't be here. Shout outs to my wife, who's probably knocked out in the hotel room right now. I'm gonna go knock out after this. But yeah, that's it for me. If you want to check out Armored Core, I also run a Super Metroid, and I'm probably looking into like Titanfall 2 next, maybe. But that's definitely it for me.
Yeah, if you're interested in running Gravity Rush, the Discord is open. You can go to speedrun.com and check it out. We're real friendly. Thanks for having us on this cool event. And yeah, the gravity punts were funny. Let's go.
Easy team.
Well done, Rain, on that Gravity Rush Remastered run. It is so wild just to see the movement tech and to see everything spinning around as you're moving forward.
Ран закончил.